product on. You're gonna start, I'm gonna do just one section at a time. So I'm gonna show you how to do slices. You're gonna do the slice section, then I'll stop you before we do the next one, okay? What I would like you guys to do is start with your plastic, work your way about halfway up, then try your metal, so you can see what they're both like. You cannot use the metal if your guest is getting color in between. So you wanna make sure you're confident that you can at least do it with the plastic. It's fine if you like the metal better, but there are times where I can't use it. Does that make sense? Okay. So what I really teach is to have your hand underneath, pick a height, so you guys are gonna go just a little bit up from the hairline from the first one, because we always like to have a close one to the hairline, okay? So you slice in, finger goes through, pull down to get a nice straight line. You're going to slice across the top, trying to get a nice thin piece that's gonna go in my foil. If this is too thick, the product will not go through and the backside is gonna stay dry and it's not gonna get fully lightened. If it's too thin, it's not gonna be enough weight to hold your foil until the foil's slipping. So you do have to make sure there's enough hair in there. I put my comb behind, that's why I have my fingers, not my thumb, holding the hair. I'm gonna slide it up and gently press against the foil so I can take my comb out, but don't set it down. You put a tiny bit of product in, just so the foil doesn't fall for a second, and I can get my hand underneath. With my hand underneath, my brush is very flat. That way I'm not picking up the hair. Notice I am not close to the scalp yet. Can you guys see that? A lot of times foils shift while we're working, and I don't want the bleach to get on the hair I don't need to. So you're first gonna saturate, and then with whatever I have left on my brush, I'm gonna come up and take it to about 1/8 of an inch away from the tip of the foil. You don't want to leave a big glob up here because it might come out onto the other hair. Fold and touch a little just so it doesn't unfold. Press, fold, press, fold. We want to be past the hair. See, the hair's right here, my fold is over there. Can you guys see that? Don't come inside the hair, always past the hair with the fold. After that, you're going to move up 1 inch-ish. So I want to slide up about 1 inch, slice across, put my finger through. My guest wants to go home brown today with some highlights. She's not trying to get all blonde, so I want a lot of brown hair still. Always take a thin slice across the top to put in your foil. When I say drop the hairline, hers is thick, so it doesn't really look like a real hairline. Real hairlines usually have thin hairs. We let those fall out because unless my guest is going super blonde, like I'm trying to get every hair, those are just gonna look like I broke some of her hairs because she's gonna have these little short blonde pieces. So unless my intention is to get her super blonde, we don't incorporate those. So I'm gonna put this in. Now I have a foil behind me. I don't wanna mash it too hard because oxygen is needed for these to work, and I don't wanna accidentally push where the foil would, squish the product out the top, okay? Once it's touching, you can come in. Keep your brush nice and flat. Grab those ends. We don't want to do a full swirl, like we don't want to make them a circle because that can make them tangle when I go to take it out later. And don't forget, bleach will make the hair very easy to break. Hold it up nice and close. Come in with a fairly dry brush, bringing that product up. If you really needed to dip again, you could. But for today, I like us to practice with a little bit less product near the top. Fold and push. Now, we talked about in hair color, when the section gets wide, maybe putting 2 foils in, right? Or 2 sections. So if my section only is a little too wide, so see how this section is only a little bit too wide? My peace sign almost fits. Do you see that? Don't break it into 2. Just grab the hair in the middle. That is about the size of a peace sign, leaving just a little bit on each side. It will still look amazing. Again, unless my intention is to turn someone super blonde, this will still look very good, okay? So then I'm gonna come in, place it, press gently to hold it steady, put a little product on. When the section is very wide, then you can split into 2, so you should really only have to do it in like 1 row, okay? You should not have to do it for the whole head. The last thing I want to show you is where to stop, then you guys can go and do yours. Okay. So the last thing we're gonna do is come in and show where to stop. So you're gonna keep working your way up. You're not gonna skip like I am. We do not need to try to get a foil into this little tiny spot on the top. You're gonna have, remember, about an inch in between my foils. So my last foil is gonna end up, not really in this section, with a 1-inch triangle hanging over the top. That is normal. So my last foil is gonna go right here. This is the last one for this section. When you're on the top of the head, do you see how it's much easier to get it to lay really nice? Put some product on. Notice again, I still didn't go all the way up to the scalp. I'm getting the bottom saturated, bringing the ends in. Now if the hair's really long, you can be careful. Just make sure you're not holding any hair. You can also, if it's really long, grab the hairs and flip them up. That is an option too, just depending on how much hair is down here. Okay, so we flip up. And the last thing we do is come and make sure we get it close. Now the reason we have this in the back, sometimes I'll realize like, oh crap, I'm slipped down a little bit, right? So if I'm slipped down, because I have that in the back, I can take this edge right up to the part line. Did you see that? Flip the foil up, grab that, press it into the part line. Now it's up and snug. Do you see how that works? I didn't have to do much moving. If you notice it right away and you're still like applying, you can also come in. If it got a little loose, you can turn it and you can pull those in a little tighter. So if it just got loose on one side and you just want to pull those hairs in, you can also turn your brush sideways and pull the hairs in a little tighter. Those are 2 options for snugging that foil. How do you guys feel? Good? All right, go ahead and do this whole back right section in slices. No weaving, just a nice thin slice goes into the foil. There will be a triangle on the top. So those of you who are foiling right now, just remember, we leave a little triangle on the top of that section. We don't go all the way up. You guys should be trying to do about a 1/2 inch in between, which means that you should be getting a good 15 rows back here. Okay? My friends who are just starting, go ahead and do a good inch in between, which means you would get about 10 rows in the back. Okay, so drop one down real close to the bottom. I'm gonna let you try 1 or 2 before I come in and offer some assistance. And we'll see how their test is doing. I'm guessing it'll probably take till at least 11 because you get an 1.5 hours on the test, and some people use the entire 1.5 hours. Music on as soon as they're done with that test. And get Davini in trouble because you know that's what I'm good for. I don't know if you're live today. Yeah, I am. All right, those of you that this is your second time foiling, how are you feeling? Does it feel like it's going a teeny tiny bit smoother than the first time? This is something I cannot emphasize enough. We get better through repetition. The more we do something, the better we're gonna feel at it, okay? You are not just magically gonna get better overnight because you dreamed about it or you thought about it. Repetition's what's gonna make you get better.
It's kind of early. I'm not on 6, so these are on like 11. Yeah. I feel upset though because I need to drop on. Yeah. Make sure y'all like the live and subscribe to me. 6, right? All down? Yeah, it should be like
Um,
3, 2 to 3. It shouldn't be like too small, because the front is gonna be small.
Like the live and subscribe to me.
I don't know what to call that today.
People starting to leave the room, but they're not all done. Alright, again, those of you who already did this once, you are allowed to move on from your back section, your back right to your back left, or vice versa, from your left to your right, so you can keep working. Remember, go back, back, center, then side, side. Okay, so when you're doing your order, remember back, back, center, side, side. Those of you that today is your first day foiling, just finish your first section. I'm gonna show you how to do the next weave. So I'm just gonna put in 1 or 2 foils with a weave, then you'll go into your second
So back there,
section.
we're doing 3 or 2, or how many?
You're gonna do your slices in here, your slice skip in here, so still the weave patterns we talked about. I'm just letting you know that since you've done this before, you may keep going, you don't have to stop there. You may keep moving. Remember that while my main concern is not speed, I don't want you to rush to the point where we're doing poor work. Each time we do a skill, we do want to be working quicker than we did the last time as well, right? Efficiently. Not again about rushing to the point where I'm doing improperly, but about trying to get more efficient. Like don't set my comb down so that I'm not searching for my comb. You know, being careful with my partings so that that way I don't have to keep redoing the parting multiple times. Realizing that perfection is an unattainable goal and I don't need every weave to look exactly the same for it to look really nice. A slight bit erratic, where some pieces are bigger than others, looks more natural. In nature, things are not typically perfectly symmetrical or perfectly exactly the same. Anybody ever done the mirror image thing? Where it shows what your face would look like if like your right half, your face was both exactly the same to the right side or both the same to the left side? It actually looks strange because our faces are not 100% symmetrical. And that's why they talk about people like stars and stuff. When people think they're so beautiful, they actually look up the golden ratio. And typically the stars that a majority of people agree look good have more symmetry. They have a higher percentage of symmetry. It's not actually a certain feature or another that makes people beautiful. You know, you could still have, you know, tiny lips or large lips. You could still have, you know, different shades of eyes, freckles or no freckles. But it's about the symmetry. Are my eyes the same shape? Is my nose the same on both sides? Are my lips the same shape on both sides? Does my jaw come out the same on both sides? So it's not actually about, like, remember we talked about technically, we feel like oval is the most ideal face shape. When it comes to beauty and what we find attractive, it often has less to do with a perfect face shape and more to do with symmetry. Strange but true. I read a report that also said If you know a gentleman who is really into long hair on women, that is sometimes in like deeply ingrained response that dates back to like, you know, like even caveman times, because long hair in a biological sense means healthy. Isn't that crazy to think about? So if you like long hair in guys, you might also just think that that makes them look healthy and don't realize it. It has to do with biology sometimes. Weird but true. You guys are so dug in, I love it. I didn't look at the time when I had you guys start. Did anybody who, again, started on their own look at the time when you started? I'm not sure exactly what time.
We started 10:30.
Was it like 10:30? That sounds about right. Because out on the salon floor, it's very common if someone wants you to get a good amount of foils in, like we're doing today, where we're doing like a ½ inch between or less, you're probably barely gonna finish the back in the hour. And then you're gonna have to stop, wipe some of the bleach out before you can keep moving on, because some of it will already been sitting for its full hour.
Do we wipe with the towel?
Yep, the black towels out on the salon floor are bleach resistant. Mhm. The manicure towels are not.
How long do you think the fly have highlights is gonna take?
It's so hard to say.
Like every single part of the head.
It depends on if you're talking about the mannequin, our first foil usually takes most of the day. So a good 4 hours. If your guest has thick hair, it's gonna take longer. If your guest has really long hair, it's gonna take longer. If they're trying to get super blonde, it takes longer.
Super blonde, thin, and long hair.
Yeah,
Not like the worst hair.
it just means you're gonna take longer. It's gonna take a lot of foils and a lot of work. And you'll have to stop off and to wipe things out, so.
What if you forget how to do a haircut? I think I asked you this.
Yeah, don't worry. Remember, there's teachers on the floor. You're not going to the salon just yet. You're going on to a big classroom that looks like a salon floor. There are teachers around you. You just wanna work on your phrases, you know, if you're talking to your guest and,
Dude, we just ask them like what kind of haircut they are looking for.
you know, most people will be like, I just want a trim, or I want more layers. They're not gonna tell you what to do.
Make sure that like.
Which means they
still
also,
make dry conditions.
right, which means they won't also know if you use the technique they think they want, because they don't know any of the techniques. It's just the look. If you can get the shape to look the way they want, then you're fine. So if your guest says, like, I just want you to trim up what I have, and you don't know how to find what they have.
You can
How are you doing
Yep,
today?
don't put things to yourself. You ask your teacher, like, hey, my customer would like me to trim up the haircut she has. Could you help me determine, or could you help me figure out which haircut technique I should use?
I wanna do a bob.
Bobs are nice. Do you two have your aprons today?
I do.
Protect your clothing. Are those the same pants that the color smell?
Oh, I didn't even look. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Good.
It's just a little bit right here.
Yeah, I was hoping because we got the color wipes on it right away, and then
That's
because
so
it was
fun.
old color, it wasn't too bad.
Well, I didn't even wash it right away. I was like,
Oops. So it might have come out completely if we washed them right away.
I can't even tell.
That's good. I'm glad it's that light where it's not soap. Is anybody who has started the slice skips confused by what we're doing? So remember, your first section is all slices. Your second section is all slice skip. When you get up to the front,
Happy birthday.
that's when we do our regulars.
You don't watch Baddies yet?
Is this one what I
What do you mean?
color
I know
on?
let us What are you doing for
When you
your
put your
birthday
peace
today?
sign on there, and it feels like you can almost fit 2 peace signs in there, but yeah, that's about that wide open. See if I put my peace sign in, I lot, you see that? Where I've got space over there, so you're gonna put one hand, and then
Hey,
just like.
child.
The baby and one.
Don't be lame, child. You guys
What was that,
put in
Grace?
the comments.
Send me help me with this. Post in the comments. Comment anything. Comment no, don't just comment anything. Never mind. I know I'm not dead.
You don't even need to seal it like that. Yeah.
You can tell them to comment anything. They don't take the run.
For real.
We'll just do that. Yep. And you can do this, you know, when you're doing it, you can split it in half, or you can do
Yeah.
more on one side, half
It's
on
because
the
it's
other.
gonna be on our
But
final,
even
so
when
we
you're
gotta
doing it,
practice
you
it.
can come in, and you just go across, put that in the foil, then come across, put that in the foil. So you can pre-establish like you did, or you can just do it one at a time, either way. Yes, foiling's on the test, and if you, wanna pay more attention to what will be on the actual test, it's when you do the center front. You will have to place 4 foils in that center top section during the test. So when you get up there, that is where you're practicing for the test. Does that make sense? Now, state board, as I've mentioned many times, are they really concerned with how well you can turn someone blonde? Okay, are they really concerned with, are you picking the right haircut? Not really. Safety and sanitation. So, you do not have to weave those foils. There is no weave pattern. It doesn't say like everybody has to do micro, or everybody has to do regular. There's no rule. You can do slices. But, when you guys finish your slices, one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open one for you to show you how I check during the test. So when we're all done, I'm gonna show you guys how I'll flip one and look at the back to see if it's fully saturated. If your slices are too thick, it will often still be dry in the back.
Are we getting like stuff for that?
If it's dry on the back. So, you have 2 choices. You can weave, which takes a couple more seconds per foil, but allows it to saturate a little bit better. Or you can do slices, but really make sure they're thin enough and you saturate well so you don't end up with a dry back. So you do have the choice to weave if you want to. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys just about 1 more minute, and then I'm gonna show the second weave pattern for the 3 of you who are just starting today, okay? I'm gonna do just another minute or 2.
Can you come check more really quick?
What do you want me to check?
Just see if I like did it right, because I feel like I probably did 2 days of sections.
Well, I don't worry on that first row very much. I come around during the second one. Right now, you got a lot to figure out. So I don't need to figure on the first day. There's a lot going on. Okay, so what I'll do is when you start your second section, I'll come over, I'll want you to.
I'm highlighting right now, make sure you guys like the line and
But I don't want
comment a
us
question you have.
worrying too much when it's our first time coming in. Okay,
A
because right now you're learning how to hold the
question.
how to hold the comb, how to hold the brush. There's a lot going on, so the fact that they're not falling out is gold. Seriously.
Please engage with my line.
I have this. Oh, okay, with you. So sorry. Because you're doing a half inch, it's that much a little closer than I was expecting. You are right. Don't ever remind me this since the first time.
Don't remind me.
Sorry. I won't remind you. Alright, so I have the 2 of you come up here, Keegan, go ahead and finish that one up, and then I'll show you the other weave, okay? So in our next section, we are doing what's called slice skip. So this is when my guest wants still to have big, chunky, obviously bold pieces, but we don't want it to have sheets of color. So we're still looking for very bold, big pieces, just not as striking, okay? So whenever you finish a section, you move on to the next. If the hair is long enough to do so, you can take your clip and clip that hair. Just careful not to clip the foil, these have teeth. It means it can pop
Is
the
it like
foil
it?
and it can get the bleach out onto hair we don't need to.
No, for real.
here close to the hairline. Okay, perfect time. We're gonna drop a little section of hair again. We are again going to take a slice, just like we did before. So it looks like we're starting the slice again. The difference is I'm gonna weave before I put it in the foil. So if you are a piece sign wide, you can get 3 to 4 pieces in there. When you get to the very top and it gets skinny, you might only wanna put 2 big chunks in, or on that row where I split it, then I have 2 foils. If I have one that's really small, don't try to put pieces in there like 4, because then you'll have tiny pieces and you're not getting anything like. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come under, lift, push, lift.
Wasn't that for you?
Push,
Not for you, Mark,
lift.
Mark.
So now, I have these 2 little chunks that fell down in the middle, and what I put in foil is gonna have 3 big pieces.
How much
So now I've got 3 big pieces with 2 little gaps. Can you see that? Now, it is a mannequin, so they may not
Like in the
look
bigger part, it should be like this.
exactly the way they should, because her plugs don't always line up exactly where we want them, so one might look thicker than another. That's very common, but you're just trying to get about 3 to 4 big chunks. The big thing I like to remind everybody is not to use your wrist. Remember, our wrists get a lot of use, so when I teach this, I teach you to lift with the elbow. Keep that wrist nice and straight and lift up and down, so that way you're not making your wrist work harder. Then you're gonna do the same thing. Come up about an inch. You're gonna slice off a section across the top, and we're gonna weave from this section. So big chunk, big chunk, big chunk, big chunk. So this one has 4. It may not look perfectly like it because she's thinner in the middle, do you see that? But now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 big chunks. So 3 to 4. I like to change it up, like 3, 4, 3, 4 if I can remember, because it helps me keep from making too straight of obvious lines of highlights. How do you guys feel about the slice skip? Make sense? Okay. So if you still have any here, finish that one. But when you get here, you're gonna start to weave. All right. Oh, sorry. Last thing. When you're weaving, closer to the head is better. If I weave down here, do you see how thin those ends are? I'm not gonna get a good weave. So whenever you're weaving, you wanna be up here, close to the head. Then I can really see where they're coming from. Do you see that? Okay. So a good reminder for everybody else too, remember we wanna weave close to the head. We don't wanna hold it way far away from the head to weave. Our weaves will look more correct and spaced correctly if I'm nice and close to the head where I'm weaving that piece. I hate when I start a project that I realize is gonna be really big and then I don't really wanna do it. I really haven't updated my lesson plans since we switched to SEMA. So I need to switch it to say like, take their test in SEMA, not in minus half, and, you know, the chapter numbers are different, and remember that?
I don't like this middle one.
It takes some getting used to, for sure. It takes some getting used to. They do sell some with a shorter tail.
Cause that just messed up this whole. Everything I was
Is anybody in Berkeley? It smells like food. Okay, no, nobody's back here. Y'all, let me know if I'm tripping or not, right? So, Jalea has nails on, right? And she asked me to like unscrew something for her in the class. So my teacher gonna say something. And keep in mind, Jalea whispered this to me, like the girl that's on the live, she's like sitting right next to me. She literally whispered this to me. The teacher was all the way across the classroom. She was like, Jalea's like, oh, can you unscrew my thing because my nails? I said, yeah. So I just unscrewed it. And she's like, oh, good thing we have me here. She was like, good thing we have Lashyi here with her strong hands. What the fuck does that mean? Am I tripping or that's just kind of out of pocket? And I said in that moment, I said, what do you mean by that? She's like, oh no, I'm just saying, like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? Don't piss me off. It's 10 in the morning. Cause she was annoying. No, for real. Like, no, she tripping. I thought. I knew I wasn't tripping in that moment when she said it. That's why I said, what do you mean by that? What would make you say that? And literally, Jalea was like, the only reason I asked you to unscrew it is because of my nails. Other than that, I would have been able to do it. It wasn't because I was weak or I didn't have strength. It's because of my nails. Who just say that? Exactly. Like, she really does say off the wall shit like that all the time. Like, and it be so unexpected. The other day, let me give you another example. The other day, Jalea got a silk press. She got a silk press. It was raining. So she was like, you know, we were just talking about coming in from the rain or whatever, right? And she was like, oh yeah, if I put that much work into doing my hair, I would have came in with a bonnet. Once again, what do you mean by that? Would you have said that to one of the white girls in my class? Why did you feel like you needed to say something about a bonnet to her? What do you mean by that? Like, I be so tired of the slick comments. Like, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clock it every time in a moment. Julia was like, you was quick with it. Yeah, because what do you mean by that? Strong hinge. She might be on crack. For real. Are you doing some type of drugs? Like, girl. And then she was like, because she keep playing music in the class, I keep telling her, like, I don't expect for y'all not to play music just because I'm on live, but can y'all turn it down because I'm getting copyrighted. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. But I just can't have the whole class. I just said I'm not expecting for y'all to have the classroom silent because I'm on live, but at least turn it down. Like, bro, I'm so ready to get up out of her class. Literally, I have tomorrow, Wednesday, then we're on break, and then I have next week. But really, we're gonna be like doing finals and tests, and then we get our kit next week. So I'll be going live for that when we get our kit. She know what she be doing. YouTube security, I know I wasn't tripping. That's why I'm like, I was hoping you was gonna get on here because, like, I be telling people all the time, like, if you join my lives when I'm in class, you would literally catch some of the stuff. Like, she really be knowing what she be doing for real. And then she be watching what she say because she realized that I don't be on live sometimes. No, say what you said. When I be on live, she be being real careful. No, say what you said. Say what you said. But you get it on my nerves, YouTube security. I just have to tell you that because I'm like, I have to make sure this works.
Good. So pull down a little tighter, like pull this way, and then press gently. Do you see how it keeps it from looping? There you go. Good. Remember, you don't need much at first because it'll stick to the foil. Right, and you don't want to get the top right away because that can get product out the top. And if that reaches up here, it's going to get on the rest of the hair. So you always want to start a little lower in your foil, then go back and get that in the hand. Sound good? Yeah. Yes. Go back and get that in that side. Get your heel there. Oh, you're okay. It happens.
I hate her hair. People hair actually like this. Or...
No, actually, learning on a mannequin. Oh, there's a couple in there that have short tails. I did not realize that. This one does not have a super long tail.
It just falls down. It's flimsy. It's everywhere. It's just, yeah.
Okay. All right. So now this section is wide enough to put two in. So just grab about half. So you grab all the hair. Nope, just grab all the hair. Okay. And then just go about halfway across. Remember to always hold with 2 fingers, not a thumb. That's going to split everything out. So you're going to come in, slide along her skin, come out, grab just the hair that's above your comb. There you go. Now weave. So because 2 fingers, not one. There you go. Weave up close to the scalp. You're gonna go one. Oops, hold on. Lift that up just a little more because you're grabbing the hair underneath. There we go. I'm gonna grab one, two, three. And those are the three that are actually gonna go in.
No, for real, it is.
The reason we have it between two fingers is now your thumb can hold the foil. See how that works? So now it's like you still have two hands for manipulating. Isn't that nice?
It's kind of hard from the left to
Yeah, takes practice. Everything takes practice. Don't worry about it being perfect. It'll be fine.
Oh, now I should keep it in this way.
No, put your foil, put your comb back in. You still have your loop. Your comb is what allows you to push this. So you want, keep holding the hair. Keep holding the hair. Don't grab the foot. Hold the hair. 2 fingers. Okay, just hold the hair for a second. Let me get this back into your foil. Like you had it. So we're gonna back up a step. There we go. Okay, so you're just gonna put this in and just let it rest. Okay, go ahead and hold this steady. Okay, you have your finger on the foil so it doesn't fall. There you go. Now you're gonna set this here. Press gently. There you go. Now keep your brush. There you go. Put just a little bit on. There you go. Let go of everything. There. See, now you can put your hand underneath. There. So you don't even have to have your thumb on top because the foil will stay put just underneath. See? There you go, girly.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Don't drop it just because I came over.
It just came over here.
You were going like Speedy Gonzalez. That's looking good. And yep, and if you get the loops, tuck it in. Very good.
Give her a mohawk.
Sadly, that's not what she
No,
asked
we
for
need her.
today.
We need her hair. We need all of her hair right now.
Yes, that looks nice. All right, see what's happening. Going over here. Feeling good? Very nice. Just starting this section here. Okay, cool. I'll come back in a little bit to see how your reads are going. Did that help? Am I feeling a tiny bit better? Nice and
Please,
slow.
child, make sure y'all like the live and subscribe to me.
Yeah, it's nice, short line.
What mohawk should I do, guys?
The section you drop is not as big of a concern.
If you don't want,
This
if you do on the
is
mannequin.
more about like how much
And
blonde am I
thanks for
trying to get.
who like the
So if I put
live.
them super
Shout out
close,
to
I'm gonna
you.
get more blonde in. If I put them far away, I'm gonna get less blonde in. The piece you
Right.
pick up is where it's most important. That way it's nice and thin.
If ever you guys are sad, you're gonna be scary.
So when you're grabbing, you wanna make sure that the line I drop is very straight. You do that. And then when I pick up my piece,
She got on
see, I'm holding it steady. That way everything's tight. You know? Slide across. And when you pinch,
Hello,
make sure you're
senpai.
on the top. So
What does that mean?
You're out of
Is that your name?
You get the straight line under. Okay, and then usually you can put it in that foil.
Where are your plans for the week?
Wait, should they be chunks?
Yep, that one should be checked. See how it's a little too wide? So if it's a little too wide, if it's only a little bit bigger than a tea time, you just drop a little off each side so that it'll fit right in the middle. Again, if you're trying to get super brown, you put 2 foils in. If we're trying to stay brown, just put one right in the middle.
Nah, it's just my nickname.
Yep,
What
you
is
are
your
on the
name?
top of her
Yes,
head, so
all
that's
the
exactly what
fluids
you do.
are
You
different
go in
than
and get it to the middle.
But there's like different techniques that we're doing in certain sections.
Where does your nickname
After
come
you
from?
get it set. Just get a little bit on your head, hold that foil nice and flat, especially when you're coming up towards the very top of it. For the rest of it, you can do it the same with the others. Oh,
I'm
hey
so
there.
sorry.
We have jumping clips over here.
Tomorrow we're gonna do real bleach on it, so that's kind of what we're practicing today also.
Anime? I'm just gonna say that I sound like an anime.
Oopsies. She getting us hopa blondies.
What's your favorite anime? Do anybody watch anime? Yeah, I'm.
What's that one that Eli made me watch?
Oh, My Hero? Academia? Naruto? Shoot, I know he said one of them. My favorite one is Hunter x Hunter.
Wait, I think
Wait,
it's,
which one you watch?
I think it's that
I
one.
watch a lot of them.
My favorite one is either JJK, Attack on Titan, or
Oh yeah,
Stranger
that
Things.
is. Attack on Titan good.
It makes me so mad. Season 4 makes me so mad. I hate it.
I watched what's it called? Haiku?
The volleyball one?
Yeah. I fuck with that one though. I like that.
It's nice. It's
Yeah.
cute. I like it.
I
One
want to
Piece.
figure out what the one I had to watch was.
What is One Piece WT?
One Piece is like a long ass anime with like 1,000 episodes
Really?
that never
Oh, I
ends.
can't
That's
do
why I'm
that.
not watching. My cousin watches that.
I can't do that.
I can't. It's too many episodes. He tried to get me to watch it.
I
I'm
just
like,
finished,
hell no.
I just finished Hunter x Hunter after 4 years. Do anybody be watching Grey's Anatomy?
I don't know.
It's-
That stuff grows
I
on.
started it. It
No,
had
I
me in a
can't watch
chokehold
that.
for a little minute, and then I stopped
Too
watching.
long. I can't watch shows with too
It's
many
yeah.
seasons.
It's just there's too many seasons.
Yeah.
Can't do
Yeah,
it.
it is.
There's too many seasons. And
Yeah.
she's not even in it anymore.
Oh, really?
Like Grey is not even in the show.
Wait, didn't that one dude die too?
Dude, everybody's died. I feel like they've had every natural disaster
Yeah.
that's possible in so many. I don't know. Like it's one location that's had like too much bad stuff.
No, for real. I just can't keep up with things like that. He said, I'm from India. Where are you from? America.
They coming. You're gonna get a decent amount of people from India coming in.
I'm from America, Wisconsin. The U.S.
Well, I've never heard anybody say I'm from America, Wisconsin before. That's a new one.
Hey, they don't know that. They don't know that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Thanks for whoever liked the live. I have 2 likes.
I have some guy named Elvis that always joins my lives, and he's from Nigeria, and he asks me to buy him a phone every single time because,
All right, sir.
because his phone is broken.
So how was he on your live then?
I don't know. That's what I say too, because he
Like,
joins.
how are you on
He
the live?
requests to join and talk to me on it, and my mods think it's really funny when he comes in, so they let him in, and then I get upset. But I mean, it is funny. My views do go up.
Nice to meet you, Louis. Do you want to be a moderator?
Look at you, Julia.
Do Louis want to be a moderator? I need some more mods. I have one mod, but he's just Paul is just somewhere else.
He's not on here right
No,
now.
he's not on here right now.
So what are moderators like? What do they do?
Delete comments.
Yeah. Mine can like add people into my live with me, delete comments, mute people's chats, block people,
Yeah.
pin
Yeah.
pin comments, pin questions. They just make sure that like nothing bad is happening in my life. Or in my case, some of my mods like the bad things to happen in my life. I should probably remove them as my mods, but it's fine.
Hi, YouTube sisters. Welcome in. How are you doing
Hey,
today?
YouTube sisters.
Yeah, because when the trolls come, they come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the trolls be on it.
It's crazy because they be so young. I was like, bro,
Like,
what are y'all doing right now?
This
Has
was
anybody ever asked y'all
right.
if y'all had diabetes?
Huh?
Like, you know how they were trolling on people's lives, like, oh, do you have diabetes? Or, oh, we live a life. Would they take a picture of you and they put
Oh,
it in the thing?
yeah.
I've
I see
had-
those
I've seen
videos.
people troll like that
I
before
had
people's
those.
lives.
I get all the time. I'll get the one that's like, I wish my girlfriend, or I wish I had a girlfriend that looked just like you, but a pretty version. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Like, oh, well, or they're like, oh, I have a lazy eye too. But I see that at everybody.
Yeah, I see the diabetes one on people too.
I've never seen.
Do you
that
have
one.
diabetes?
That one's crazy.
My cousin did that to this one girl. She got so
Oh,
mad she
that's
cussed him
how
out. I was like, oh my god, why'd you say that?
Somebody said that to me. My mom would have to love that. That's insane.
what are you guys doing right now? What are you doing in India? What do you do in India? Louis, let me know.
Julia.
No, I really
No,
don't
what are y'all
know.
doing?
What are y'all doing in India? He said, I really appreciate that, but I'm not good at these kind of things. You can be good at anything you put your mind to.
Like that.
You can be good at anything
Too
you put your
motivating,
mind
man.
to.
She said inspirational,
Yeah.
motivational speech.
Louis, if your dream is to be a moderator for me, do that.
She said, I don't pay, but you can do it.
Bro, this person got mad at me yesterday because I didn't want to make them a mod. I'm like, bro, I have 10 people in here and I already have 2 moderators in here. What do you moderate?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I got 6 mods. I don't need any more mods.
I don't need any more mods.
I did a church get ready with me yesterday. I did a little get ready with me for church live, and Elvis joined it. He was really mad at me because I wouldn't let him in my live. But I was getting ready for church.
Who is Elvis?
The Nigerian dude
Oh,
that asked me for money for a phone. He might join.
So where is he watching her from?
I
He
don't
said, in India, it's already 10:30 p.m. Already time for sleeping? Oh, baby, we're up over here. We're up over here. It is the morning time. It's 11:24 in the morning. What time do you be going to sleep, Louis?
Hey, finally called a morning live. Welcome in Inspirational Mixed Meeting. How are you doing today? Yeah, I don't think you've been on my live while I was at school.
Elvis called me beautiful.
Maybe around like 12. Wow, how many hours of sleep do you get, Louis?
Did you call? Look at you, Louis. So proud.
And what time do you wake up in the morning, Louis? You know that one song? Where you gonna go?
Oh my goodness.
What car you gonna drive, Louis?
Right. Don't start.
Somebody's gonna start wheezing, tears are gonna start flowing.
No, girl.
She ain't even listen.
She's like,
Oh my God, bro. Hi guys, for y'all who's watching, make sure you guys like the video. We're talking to Louis right now in the chat. Join the chat if you want to talk with me and Louis, because we in here. Period. I'm highlighting right now on this mannequin.
Guys, I feel like I want to talk to Elvis. I might have to go live and talk to Elvis. Oh, I should put some mascara on, maybe.
If you guys want me to teach you guys how to do this, my Cash App is.
yeah. Yeah.
No, for real, I'll put my Cash App in the chat.
Oh, dude. No hate. I sold my toes for $180 like 3 days ago. So
That's a big accomplishment.
honestly, I'm proud of myself.
Truly. Like rock on. Well, I wake up around like 6 a.m. because I work late night. So that's why today I took off from my work. Oh, you took off from your work to watch my live? Oh my God, Louis. You're my favorite, Louis. That is so kind of you. You're such a hard worker. You deserve that day off.
As long as you're watching my live.
As long as you're watching my live.
As long as you're here with me, Louis. Louis, subscribe to me.
Alright, everybody, fingers crossed that Elvis joins this. That's all I want right now.
Oh my God. I wonder if the live can hear. Louis, did you hear that?
You hear me laugh out there? Lucy's out there foiling a classmate. So I was joking when I left my hustle. Come on, get it going faster.
Alright, on my next section.
Good. So those are those slice skips. You're gonna put 3 to 4 big chunks in. So you're gonna do it the same.
Hi
How do I
guys,
find my
welcome.
section?
Like
Oh,
the
sorry,
live
you want
and
to
subscribe to me.
You walk it back.
I'm
So what I
highlighting on
always
the
teach
mannequin
people
right
before you
now.
drop this one, grab all of this hair,
I'm a
okay?
cosmetology
I just
student.
forgot you didn't watch that. You kind of clip it if the hair's long enough to do so, and then it helps you kind of see the difference between the two.
The chat, how can
Well, I'll
we
just try my best.
Yep.
That's all I can do.
Given the
Yes, that's all
vibe.
we can do.
But you're gonna do it the same way to start. You
Yeah,
drop
just-
it, take a slice.
Slice
But
it.
then
Everybody
pick up
put W's in the chat for Lewis.
big chunks.
Right, guys, move forward.
Remember, when you finish your two back sections, you go to the center front, then to the sides. Don't go to the sides first. When you come up to the front, center front first. My three who just started today, I'm gonna show you your next weave pattern.
Right now?
Nope, before you move on. So I'm just saying, don't jump to your next section until I show it.
I'll make sure that my friend will also subscribe to your channel, and I'm gonna tell him tomorrow. I hope he'll be happy by my small gift. Yes, I'm more than happy with that. Subscribe. Tell your friend to subscribe to me because we have fun. That is so amazing. Lewis.
Okay, I have like a big bald spot on this mannequin right
You guys
for
are in
this
the live.
section. Should I
Just
just
make
go
sure you
up?
comment down
You
below.
are my
And
best
say hi.
friend. I love
A
that
real
gift.
gift, you might have to
So
do that.
special to me.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I just can go up with another.
Tell everybody you know to subscribe.
Dude, if my mannequin falls
Yes.
off one more time, I'm gonna have a problem.
I feel ya.
I hate this stupid mannequin.
Everybody put W's in the chat for me. W watcher, bro.
W watcher. W viewers. W viewers.
W Lewis.
Alright, guys.
What are your plans for this week for Thanksgiving?
I feel like I need this out of my way.
You moving quick. I'm just moving.
But when are we going on break? We're gonna go at noon.
Where's the-
Hey chat, make sure you guys subscribe and like the live.
Oh, I have to leave out the hairline.
I went to see Venom
You don't
yesterday.
have to, if you remember.
Ooh,
you
really?
can.
Yes,
on a
it was
reel
very
yesterday,
good.
I
Somebody
said
commented on my live
so you'll
yesterday and
be
said
able
I
to
should go
go
see
in
it.
the- slow
Yes,
down on
you
that.
should, it's good.
Bethany, I'm
Guys,
struggling.
go see Venom. I'm not gonna spoil it because I don't want y'all to
I
get
don't know why I put that on there. So I'm really struggling. Like, because I take my comb right there.
Subscribe to me and like.
It's just up.
Well, it's a light glare right here. Light, wherever it is.
Remember that a little bit of touching is fine, so it's fine if you.
Make sure
touch
you guys hit the
foil
subscribe
a little
button
bit.
and like the live.
Well,
You
you
are
got
gonna
your
do it.
We're on the grind. We're trying to get them subscribers.
Your little flap there.
We're trying to be like Christ in that.
When you're bringing this up in, okay, you just get it close like that, and then you slide out, it's going to fold.
Damn Christ in that in the chat.
Yes, then you put just a little product on
So
there,
what
get it
kind of
stick.
job you're doing, maybe, or maybe you're training for? So I'm in cosmetology school, so this is
Sometimes
for
it's hard to
hairstyling,
describe
nails,
so if I'm showing.
waxing,
Thank you.
Of course.
yeah, stuff like that.
This might be just a rash to this boring. I think I gave you.
Lewis, where do you work at?
Doesn't that seem a little bit personal?
He asked a nice personal question.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Lewis, what is your job in India?
Bethany, I might give up on this.
Don't give up.
No, just on this particular piece, like it doesn't look good, but I don't think I can fix it anymore. So can that one just look bad for right now?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
When you're, especially the first time foiling, I'm sorry I didn't say it today. I made a big deal the first time we were out. when you're first foiling, under the neck is under the neck is the hardest because you're like under the head. But I always tell people don't keep taking out a foil, redoing it. It only adds frustration.
Yeah.
The first time you do it, I always say just let it be non-perfect. You remember perfection, that's what we're aiming for. And then just try to get the next one a little bit tighter or a little smoother. Try to get the next one a little tighter, a little smoother.
I don't know what was wrong with that, but I was not feeling that, so.
YouTube security, did you watch Baddies yesterday? Oh wait, it did come out, huh? I know what I'm doing on my break.
I thought your Betty's subscription got taken away.
No, I paid for it. Cause I was like, I can't live without it.
Quick question, when we're folding the foil, or
Yes.
closing the foil, can we tighten the bottom when we fold it in half at first? And then just make
I
it-
wouldn't. You don't want it to flatten it really.
Oh, you're
So
good.
you just touch it a little and
I
then
think I'm
fold the
moving a little
sides.
too fast right
You don't
now.
even technically have to fold the sides. Just letting it touch a little will usually be enough.
I'm trying to not just.
My profession is being a handling
Folding the
business.
sides,
I'm
you
learning
guys, that's
to
the other
look
side.
for higher
Oh,
purposes.
otherwise those edges get in the way of other.
And now
With
it's
the wine. That's nice. Do you like living in India?
I'm gonna take a foil. Guys, Elvis still hasn't joined my live.
Were we expecting him to?
Yeah. It's my friend Elvis, he's from Nigeria.
Subscribe.
Oh,
Yes.
he joined
Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry guys. I'll drop you on
Boom.
Yes.
Don't give up.
What are your plans?
I'm getting frustrated.
Is
this
this
a good angle?
Do
Do
you
you want me to
celebrate
change it?
Thanksgiving?
Okay, what? I can't.
Is Thanksgiving even a thing?
I'm gonna give up. Can you please come help me?
Please don't give up.
Can you
I'm
please
coming.
come help me?
That's a real question.
Is Thanksgiving a thing in India?
Yeah. That's a real
No,
question.
it's definitely not.
Oh.
Cause like Thanksgiving is from the Pilgrims, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's from
Sorry, Louis.
So absolutely not.
Sorry, Louis.
Absolutely.
Christmas, anywhere with
Recently, I came from Dubai to India, so maybe I may not be sure,
Still stuck.
but I'm planning to go to USA for business property. Okay,
You
Louis.
still have to get it stuck to the
Traveling
foil.
country to country.
Let's do a collab.
And then stick to the foil.
If you're in the
Okay,
live
I
right
know
now,
that's
make
right,
sure you
Louis,
subscribe and like the
Right,
live.
trace your dream.
Damn it!
Chase
What
your
the
dreams.
frick, dude? I swear that's exactly what I did.
Okay. Sorry.
We all believe in
Try maybe a
you.
little bigger chunks. Part of why you're
The
struggling.
chunks are bigger?
Yes. And the
Yeah,
slice
like
can
the
be
life,
because
you had a
she's
good
so
day
plugged
today,
in, you can
so
make that
far.
slice just
Tell
too
her
much.
it's
Try to
okay.
get
Yeah,
bigger.
I supporters say that.
Yeah.
I swear she's holding this whole side.
That was so thin that it was hard to
no
get the foil
supporters,
to
so I'm
stick
okay.
to it.
So take a bigger slice.
A very
We
slightly
love
bigger
Louis,
slice
bro.
and a little bit bigger chunk so there's more hair in the foil.
Okay,
It will
less,
stick
less, but bigger. Less
Right.
chunks, bigger. chunks.
Right. Right.
Got it. I'm there.
Alright, you keep working. I'm gonna show them the next section. I just want you to focus on that. You are fine. Okay?
I hope we can.
Alright, you two, come on over here. I'll show you the next
After
one.
this,
It's
Yeah.
the back, front, and the middle, right?
He said,
Yes,
I'll
front,
work you
middle,
can
after the back is
and
complete.
Learn about your job. And
Alright, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up
Yeah,
to the
Louis,
front, middle.
definitely arrange.
We always start at the hairline, so we start at the bottom and worked our way up. We're gonna start here and work our way back.
What state are you coming to?
We are
Louis?
doing smaller weaves now, so it
What
is
way you
very
gonna take
likely
the
to get what we call grooves.
We're sorry again, guys.
Okay, guys, just remember I'm teaching a lesson, so don't be too distracted. All right, so we're gonna do what we call regular up here, okay? If you're gonna put a little air in, careful breathing into them, or they can be really like from the inside. It's kind of gross. Okay. So when you come up to the center,
You guys got this.
gonna start up here in this front hairline, and we're gonna try to get at least 5 foils in here, so we are gonna go a little closer to each other, just a little. So we want like 5 or 6 foils up here. Just like we've been doing, you're gonna slice off a section of hair, and this is what's actually gonna go in the foil, okay? But when I weave it, we're gonna try to get more of a like regular alternation, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want about 6 to 8, and these are gonna be very equal sizing. See how they look very uniform? That's what I call regular. Now, when I put my foil in, if you just come sliding in from below, it is common to get like loopy, okay? Especially if any of these, I'm trying to get them to lift. There we go. Especially if any of these are up here, you're gonna get loopy. You guys see that? So whenever I'm coming in with my foil to help prevent that, you want to push this hair down. Do you see that? And then bring my hair in so you don't get those loops. Does that make sense? I have some that's on there. Can't find it.
Maybe
Put a little product on, and then do it the same way. So these are what you would kind of call your standard highlights. Okay? So if someone comes in and they just say, oh, I want highlights, this is often what you're gonna think of first, unless through your discussion you find out that they want it super blended or more stripy. How many sections you still got to do? All 3 in the front? Okay. Then mix up
It's very
2 ounces to a half an ounce. Okay, so 2 ounce gel to a half ounce cholesterol. That should probably be enough in front. Okay, then we're still gonna fold it up. You are gonna leave this one in their face for now. We will get it later,
Not
but you
Thanksgiving.
can
That's why it's so
shift this
expensive.
hair out of the way, like let it
A while
split
to do
or
it.
keep that out of the way. Then you're just gonna work your way back, and it is perfectly fine if your last foil is actually right on the back, because we left an inch here. If you had put that foil all the way up, then we couldn't put one right here, because that would mean that I would have a foil right here and a foil right here with no hair in between, so we would end up with a big blotch of blonde. So because we left these little 1-inch triangles, we can put a foil right on the back if we want to make sure there's plenty of blonde. Does that sound good? How do you feel about the weave? About 6 to 8 little pieces. Sound good? 6 is pretty average, so don't feel like you have to get up to 8. Okay?
Thanksgiving.
No, we start at the hairline always. So back here, remember we started at the hairline? Start at the hairline.
We watching Betty Whittaker today. We can.
Basically, Thanksgiving, I don't really know nothing about the pilgrims. I don't know nothing about that. All we do is eat and be with family.
Well, that's what it was. It was
Yeah.
the pilgrims sharing meal with the Indians that they had started living with. Yeah. The pilgrims and Indians eating together. That was the point of Thanksgiving.
So why don't
Make sure you get you a good meal, Louis, or
American
chicken one.
Indians.
Like
Oh.
Native American.
Native American Indians.
Yeah, basically.
Can you say
I
that
just eat
anymore?
with my family.
Technically, you're supposed to say indigenous people. So the people who lived here before settlers came.
That's what I meant though.
Was that a dumb question?
No.
I felt stupid.
What's really funny is my daughter had a friend on her
Gosh
soccer
dang
team
it, bro.
whose family is Oneida Indian.
Wait, what's the difference between a regular stitch and a stitch?
Does that make sense, Louis? Is it good for our family?
And you do roll the front, remember,
Yes,
you just
okay,
like little
good.
tiny pieces, you can end up with about 6 across.
I think she's learning.
Just let me watch how you're doing it.
Can I just
Okay.
figure out?
Thank you for stopping in. I'll see you later.
So we're still making very large gaps between
I thought they were gonna talk to me.
big pieces, small gaps. We want it to get very blonde still.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
kind of just I'm going to Shannon.
That way, like her
Hair
more
is so
hair.
thick.
Look at this.
Welcome in. If you're new to the live, make sure you like the live
We're
and
gonna do tomorrow, like
subscribe.
tonight.
Well, I was gonna dye my hair at home tonight.
Vegan! the look at me and then the rip out of mannequin.
Can you just, everyone just, do a section of my hair highlighting tomorrow? And see if it falls out.
I'm gonna cry.
Sorry, it was the motion. It was the look at me and then
Because
rip
it
it out.
pissed me off.
I'm understanding this. May I show you one?
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like them.
What do I just show you
is the weave.
I'm so
Like
mad
and
right now.
subscribe to me.
I'm so mad right now.
We're just gonna kind of get that hair out of our way. Alright, but it's not gonna hurt anything. It's not real beige. I'm just gonna show you. Number one, this is a very wide section. So you do not wanna go all the way across. This is one we would split. Okay. So come about halfway across. Yep. Okay. You're gonna pick up big chunk, small gap, big chunk, small gap, big chunk. Two little pieces drop, and it just breaks it up.
Okay.
Now you gotta put your
I'm
foot
almost
and then
done
you
with
just
this
like, tell me to use it.
So what about weather in your country?
Like by
Still
halfway across.
sunny or snow?
Halfway across.
Well, the other day, we had a little bit of snow,
But if you put two fingers.
like last week,
And pick up a
Thursday,
big
right?
piece, and
I
only
did
push
not
it
go to
tiny
school,
bit
I'm
down.
not But we only had snow
Yes.
in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yes.
We have
Piece.
snow for one
Yes.
day, but
You
otherwise,
it's gonna go.
it's been a little bit cold, but rainy.
Yeah.
Rainy.
Okay, grab your foil.
We've been
Grab my
in a
foil.
lot of rain.
Flip your comb down. Sometimes it just gives you a little more space, so now this could go over the back of the comb if you need it to. Yep. That way you have somewhere to pin.
And how was the weather in India?
Okay, they got it. Slide it under, good. Now just hold this steady gently, take it home out.
Yes,
Good.
she
I feel
did.
like maybe I'm.
What?
Maybe
He
my
said,
trauma
did
is
you
enough
just
to
say
address
the pilgrims and the Indians?
Really, it's gonna be very soft.
Somebody
guys.
asked.
it. Maybe it can be super.
I didn't say that.
Somebody said that, yeah.
Underneath.
I didn't say it, chat.
This is where it messes up.
Flat, brush.
Don't flinch.
Very soft touches, yes. Now when you move down.
You guys see it?
Yes, when you move down, don't do it at the same time like
I
this.
be forgetting they can hear the
Make
the
sure
other
they're ready,
conversations too.
you
though.
shift, now paint. If I do them at the same time, you will often grab the foil.
Oh,
with you.
Bethany. I did so good and you just ruined
Not
my
a single
foil.
drop of snow, only sunny and
All
just
there.
a little mist. That's all, that's
So,
amazing.
when you move your hand down, move it first, then do it,
That's
and then
amazing.
roll your eyes in. And then you can still come in here,
It's not a little bit shorter, I just don't feel like editing
Flatter.
right now. Would you like?
and now hold. What I do, I fold it out the sides. So when I go to fold it, I fold it a little bit to give it, see that, gives it a flat spot, and then fold it out.
I guess that one makes more sense than mine does.
What hairstyle do you have right now?
Send me an impression. Okay, I probably already asked this too. Okay.
Where's that crazy
That's when I
ass?
turn my hair on. If there's red in my hair.
Not
well,
amazing.
it's
I
gonna
wanna
turn
make
out
a
like that.
snowman.
Okay,
It's
so
in my
that
bucket
does not
list.
lift
Well,
very
come
tall.
to
I know, just
Wisconsin.
bumps it a little bit, so it's
So
not
just
to expose
Build
all
you
the
a
warm
snowman.
So if I do a bleach bath and then I highlight my hair over that, and then
Then
do
you're
it,
gonna need a little longer. It's just putting 2 layers of bleach on there.
what the hell?
You only use a bleach bath if your intention is to go just a couple shades lighter, not to go warm.
I'm leaving this right
What
here.
do I do?
This is
I don't
the
know.
back
You're going,
of my mannequin hair.
then you need highlights or something.
Don't judge, guys.
Really?
Yes.
Then I
Yeah,
still
you
red
put on my
my
lives
hair.
on my boys, they're gonna laugh for
We're
it.
doing highlights.
But I don't want red,
Voila.
like, low lights or whatever in long highlights.
Then your option then is to first color your hair with something to
Nobody
make
cares
some of the
about
red.
red. Cause
And then start with highlights. The problem is,
I'm gonna cut my hair like
the more layers of permanent color, the harder it's gonna be to get blonde. So if you use something to remove the red first, but like putting a permanent color on to remove red,
So,
it's gonna be another layer of color you have to pull through, so less likely that you're gonna get blonde.
so do I just shave my head?
Bethany, I think I just ripped my foil.
I
I'm
did,
sorry.
I'm
I'm not
I need
gonna
to walk
get your
away.
stroke.
Only at
I need to go for a walk.
The way you're
the
coming.
middle.
I need to
The
go
middle.
for a walk.
Yeah, and then.
No, go take my
Why, come on, Dawn.
You need to go.
Can I
Take a deep breath.
Can I come to the assisted living when I get my life? I don't do anybody with my old people this year, you know. I don't even have to eat.
Who's laughing? I don't know
Really?
why.
I don't have anybody who gets highlights.
I know my mom's fed up with me from
How do
going
you
around
say your
long
name, Macy?
Oh, yeah, just wait till your customers do it, you'll get
I
that
think
too.
my tripod is broken.
It is not fun, and you can't guarantee healthy air when people
Well,
make
she
you do that.
tells me every time. One time I had green hair and I wanted to go, or then I went brown and then I wanted to go blonde. My mom's like, what the?
Yep. Yep, you want me to have
But
that there, just
isn't red even harder to get out than blue?
It just depends. Depends on how cool you're
Well,
trying to.
actually, I don't
You're
even know
mixing
if
it
I
fresh.
use
You
permanent.
still have the whole front to do?
Yeah.
Okay, do 2 ounces gel. So I'm gonna change this for everybody who's coming to mix. You don't need quite so much when you come to remix. So go ahead and do like 2 ounce gel and 0.5 ounce for 2.5 ounce total.
We are like practicing like how to apply.
Is it easier if I didn't use permanent?
This is just like gel
Definitely.
conditioner.
Okay, let me see.
So we're probably gonna.
Bethany,
just
I'm
move
ready.
on.
And now we're
Ready?
pulling.
Yeah, I
Took some deep
Wash
breaths.
it out.
Good.
I took a deep breath, I'm ready.
I was reading something that said, to actually de-stress, you do 2 quick in breaths with a slow out. So you do like this.
Punch a wall.
Like this.
Chill.
Wait, that's why when you cry you do that. Yeah, my body does that when I cry.
Ooh, sometimes you have to do that.
Now, you're on the end.
Yeah,
If
so
you
how do
try
I
to
do
have
that?
it,
Just
just
a couple
right
things
up.
you wanna think about.
No.
Number 1,
Stay down. Got
if I put my first one, see this is a highlight right there.
Yeah.
If I go like this, I'm gonna have a double-sided highlight.
Like,
So
why is
you
it
always
like
wanna
that?
start with a push
Why is it so
down.
big?
Grab.
Down the middle and then it
push
poofs out and then
Grab.
I can't get
So
it.
this way.
It's so dumb.
And then you
I
have
hate
2
it.
in
I'm
it.
ready to punch the damn knife.
This one's only gonna have 2 in it because it's a skinny section.
Okay.
Louis, I have to do this.
I don't like how
Necessary.
her hair's split
This
this
will
way.
never teach.
Alright.
That is because of where her part was, and that will happen on a real person too, like how you have your hair parted right here. When you go to put foils there, the hair's gonna split like that.
So sorry guys, I only have 2 foils on the floor.
Is it gonna be
That's
easier?
pretty good for me.
Would it be easier if I just cut my hair really short and then do it?
Yes and no.
Cause there's more
What I
layers of color.
It's just, until we do a test run, I don't know how many layers are on or how well it's look anywhere.
I'm just gonna get it.
It's a lot of pieces.
This is so annoying. Why did?
What's up, girly?
Why did anybody let that?
Oh, sorry.
You know, I complain about this and then my friends are like at college doing biochemistry and neuroscience.
Oh my gosh, yes. Some of the things that
And I
my
do a
daughter's
color
doing.
wheel. And I feel really bad about complaining. Like I can't even complain to my friends about it.
You have
So
to
they're
have a
like,
certain
oh, you know,
share
I'm gonna go be a
highlights.
neurosurgeon.
I don't think so. I think anyone can get highlights.
Is it too late to go to nursing school?
Is it too late to go to nursing school?
This
You
is
think
kinda
that'll be
hard.
easier? Cause that is not
What
gonna be
if you're
easier.
doing it on a real person?
The
and you
tests
just
are gonna be
land
harder, there's a
here,
lot of
people
hands-on
be
you still have to
traumatized
learn.
for a whole
Well,
life.
I took
See,
a lot
you know
of
what's the
health
difference?
classes.
With a real person and a mannequin
Can I be a nurse
is,
and
the
a nurse
mannequin
science?
is a
Of course.
test dummy.
You just have to go back to school.
I don't even think I'm past.
I would never do this for myself.
Oh guys, that was the gorgeous.
My
photo.
clients
I
will
hope
be
everybody
really taking
saw
care of
that
them.
one was.
What if we're not done with the
That's
science
the
fair?
You didn't even see how good I just did.
I can see it without having to see it in action.
See that?
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
Do it again.
I will.
20 million more times.
Oh, probably not.
Just kidding. All right, Divinia. So since you have all your foils in, here is a way
Do you
to
have
check.
your foot?
I think I might have did mine a little bigger. or
Yeah, there
something.
might have been a little bit of more gap between, that's fine. Yeah, because we wanted to get just a little bit more in today. All right, so number 1, we look for products.
I'm struggling with my
coming out. If there's any moisture out,
If I'm
we
doing
leave all of your
it. Oh, thanks.
Does that make sense? If it's not visible, you can still come out. You just take your finger and just wipe it. See, that one's dry. And and you wipe it, that one's dry. You see what I'm saying? So as long as the majority of them are dry, we're doing great. If we have a lot like this, and we really need to work on keeping it tighter up. If it's one or two, that happens to most of us, and we can always fix that.
I'll be your first.
So while you're doing the foil, let's just do it, it's a little loose.
Yeah.
Okay. We open. We take the folded edge all the way to the part line. You see that? We flip up. We grab the flap.
I
Put
can
it in
give
the
you
part
my
line.
lights, Louis.
And now all of the product is secure inside the foil. So now I don't have any product showing that could get out of the mouth. Nice? Beautiful. So I'm gonna have you just kind of run your fingers through. The last thing I wanna show you,
This
I'm
is
just
so
gonna come
cool.
down a couple. Put it somewhere in the middle of your section. When I check during your test, I'm going to open, flip, and check the back side to make sure. So see how that's all wet? That's because we took a nice thin section, so that would be full
That's
marks,
it.
because it's not coming out the top, and it's saturated front and back. See how that works? It's really not that picky at State Board, they're just looking at your foil's not falling out. Where it's allowing, like the first one was allowing a little bit of product out. So they're looking that they're not falling out.
This is like,
And they're looking that, product is not seeping out, even if it's up nice and tight. And then they flip, look at the back, make sure it's saturated. They don't check if it's weaved or not weaved. They're just looking for, is the product staying in the foil, and the foil sitting right, and is it fully saturated?
but how am I supposed to do it?
That's great. You got about 5 minutes before break, so if you're in the middle of a foil or just starting a foil, you can do probably one more. Then we'll straighten up our area so that we can go over break. Okay, guys?
Bethany, do you like the shed aquarium?
Personally, I don't think it's worth it.
Like daily.
It's only like $30.
Yeah, and then you can't see anything. You have to pay extra to go to the sharks, you have to
I
pay extra to
tried.
go into this area or that
Sorry,
area.
I gave up.
It adds up.
It does,
Don't
very
you feel
quickly.
bad for them,
Huh?
the animals? Don't you
Not
feel bad?
really, actually, not in those huge aquariums, I don't, because, they're getting food every day, which is not, always
They don't
gonna
have, like,
be easy in the wild. Animals don't understand.
I went to
freedom the way we do.
the Chicago Zoo and all of those animals literally look different.
Well, she asked me about an
Right.
aquarium, I wasn't talking about a
The
zoo.
shed aquarium, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like
I
aquariums.
love the shed.
I feel like I don't feel super bad for animals in aquariums, and a lot of animals in aquariums are actually rescued.
Be locked up.
Yeah.
So you'll see a lot of them have, injuries or things from like being hit by a boat or having something like that, and they can't go back in the wild, so they keep them in
Like
aquariums.
the Elsa movie, like I understand
Yep,
that.
but also a lot of fish in aquariums are actually bred in captivity, so they were born, just like dogs and cats that are bred to be living in homes, they've never lived out.
Yeah, my cat was inbred.
Is that what you found out?
Yeah.
That that rate's having some issues?
My friend's was having an enlarged heart and like a bunch of other problems.
That's very sad.
Very
sad.
And the way they put her dang sign back up.
Yeah, I know. But yes, zoos on the other hand, sometimes I do feel bad, they do feel like a lot of enclosures are too small.
Yeah.
For
My favorite
the
is
animals
just
to
like the
feel.
meerkats. They're so cute.
Yeah, but like if you go to the Milwaukee Zoo, they have really been redoing a lot of areas, and they're
I just
so
feel
much bigger.
There shouldn't be like monkeys or like anything like that there because I feel like they need more room. I feel like the little animals are fine, like horses and stuff.
Yeah.
Not like animals like that.
Well, and another sad thing, if you actually read while you're at the zoos, there are certain breeds of animals that would be extinct if they were not conserved. Because that's
Like
the only
pandas,
reason
a certain
that
kind of pandas, right?
yeah, that's the only reason that they're even still alive at all, is because of
Isn't that a good thing?
conservation. Yes, that's what I'm saying, so if you
Y'all,
didn't
I'll be back
there
on
would
live
be
later. We're
even
gonna go
more
on break
breeds of
soon.
animals that we don't
So
know.
join my life in like
But it's
30, 40 minutes.
Yes, they like